How you doing, everybody? This is PND51010, and today we're going to be looking at footage of outspoken atheist philosopher, I guess you want to call him, something like that. His name is RichardDawkins, and this is an individual that I wouldn't even be aware of, and I have to give credit to YouTube user and a subscriber of mine, Renturd, for making me aware of this individual, because I haven't heard of them until recently. You know, believe it or not, I've never heard of this guy. But Renturd came to me and said that and this is what makes it, everything I do, the whole channel and everything worthwhile, you know, and that I can point out anomalies and make you consciously aware, and then you go out on your own behalf and notice these anomalies on your own. You know, you really start to, you know, your consciousness and your awareness starts to blossom, because you know, awareness is everything, you know, and that makes it all worthwhile. And you know, Renturd, you had the you know, the insight and the intuitiveness to, you know, to analyze this character. And you know, although this isn't the video that you analyzed that made you come to this conclusion, this is another video that I found, because when you came to me with the video, I looked at other videos of him and I found this one, and this is just some great shape-shifting on this video. Not only on Dawkins, but on the interviewer as well. So let's just get into this here, and let me show you right here. First one, and this is this guy Dawkins. So here we go. And watch, you'll see him start to shapeshift. I'm showing every frame here because got that YouTube downloaded that another one of my subscribers helped me get. You guys are very helpful. You see here the eyes are starting to go. See the eyelids. And here's the first frame of a series of frames that lead to the shapeshifter just getting worse, and then the camera just quickly pulls away. They pull off of them, but you could see how the eyelid has become breached, so to speak. There's a big depression or a hole in the middle of it, and this other eyelid is just smudged or smeared looking. And it's amazing, you know, I speak of synchronicity because, you know, although you brought this guy to my attention, the video that you showed me, the shape-shifting wasn't that, you know, evident. So the first video that I searched on my own, you know, looking for more videos of evidence of this guy shape-shifting, was this video that popped up. The first video. So that's another example of these synchronicities that are playing out. You know, not just with me, but with millions of people across, you know, millions of people that are waking up across the earth. Watch, you'll see in a couple frames the camera will cut away, because they know the shape-shifting is obvious. So they're like, oh shit. See what I mean? But I want to jump back to the beginning of this, and I want to show you the, what is it now? It's the interviewer here, and his shapeshifting is even worse than Dawkins here. And you can actually see his reptilian hands. Some of the hand morphs are quite amazing. Alright, so let's just situate the camera on this character here. Alright, you can already see his eyes starting to shapeshift here. And I'll focus on the hands once they start to go. Let's get back to the reporter guy. Alright, here we go. And we're going to pay attention to his hands here now, because this is what's the main focus here. Well, I have to keep pressing the button in order to go frame by frame, so it's kind of difficult, so just bear with me. Alright, here you can see his hand starting to go, and you could see that his middle finger, his ring finger, you could actually see, almost see the reptilian finger coming out, or the masking program drop on that area of the fingers. And here we see again the hand in a heavy state of flux here, and you can see the texture in the masking program starting to drop, and you can see very distinct scales on his fingers. You can see at the tip of his finger here, it's like it's cut off. There's nothing connecting it to the rest of his finger there. See that? That's his face there. I don't know why the camera goes blue, but and they go back to Dawkins. Now let me get back up a little bit so you can see. You know, the quality's not the best, again, like I always say, but you know, you can see it. You can see how the eyelids become heavily hooded, and the anomalies in the eyes and the teeth, the mouth area. Yeah, you know what, I want to jump back to that first shapeshift and show it to you again, because it's very, very telling. Let's focus on it a little better here. And you can see his right eye is starting to black out. You can see how it's already starting to deteriorate. Just pay attention to it over time. See how like there's a slice in his eye? And there's like a there's like a 90-degree angle at the corner of his mouth. And there's only one nostril visible on his nose. Alright, I want to show you the hand thing one more time as well. And then there's one more slit pupil I want to show you on another video. Alright, let's see if I can get to this here, because it's kind of annoying. Alrighty. Alright. Here's the hands, you can see. You can almost see, make out, I don't know if they're claws or what. It's just very distorted and just obvious. Let me just fix this camera. You can make out the scales on his hand very distinctly. It's just, and that finger, that ring finger at the very tip, that separation just is very weird. And look, I want to show you his face too as the hands are shifting. So we'll go back and reverse that so we can see his face from the beginning when his hands start shifting. I'll show it to you in real time. Well, let's slow the place bleed down. I'll show it to you in real time again. See his eye, his left eye, alright, how it's very heavily hooded and his iris is just very dominant. And also you can see on his mouth too. But yeah, I think this definitely confirms that Dawkins is a shapeshifter. And I like to give the credit to that YouTube user RichardDawkins for bringing this to my attention once again. If it wasn't for him bringing it to my attention, I would have never found this footage. Be well and be in peace, everyone.